Shoulders back. Bring your head back just a little bit. There. Beautiful. Perfect. You're going to breathe in and breathe out. Now take your right foot, leave the heel flat, lift the toe and open like you're in a plie position. Come onto the tippy toe of the right foot, squish it forward. This is hip width apart. See how different all of our stances are? It's kind of amazing, isn't it? So we're going to breathe in, we're going to reach overhead. You're going to lift, lengthen, and align from the belly button, not the shoulders. Get some good length. Breathe in and breathe out. Bring your arms down, tuck the chin, and roll down. Now bring your arms at full extension. You're allowed to tuck and round the back. I want you to go until you start feeling the tightness in the hamstrings. And breathe. The minute you feel the hamstrings, you can bend your knees just a little bit. All right, and just roll all the way down. And as it gets tighter, just bend the knees for the first couple of ones. Now walk your hands forward about a foot away from the feet. Breathe out, look at your belly button. Bring the hands flat and your body weight a little forward. Now try to straighten your legs as you tuck your nose to your knee. Breathe. Like the pike position that you see swimmers in? Now breathe in and come to flat back and squat. And then breathe out and do the same thing, round and drop. I want arms at extension. And then breathe in and come back, flat back. Try and get your legs straighter every time, not compromising the alignment that I just talked you through. Then breathe out and round the nose to the knee. Walk your hands in a little bit closer, fingertips still away, arms at full extension. Breathe out and bend. Let me just look at you guys. Now round your nose to your knee, straighten the legs, walk your hands in a little closer. Breathe and roll up. Bend the knees a little bit and roll up. Lower back, middle back, upper back, shoulders back. Rotate the palm up like you're saluting the sun. Get a little pelvic tilt going there and lift. Open that chest, stretch your arms as far away as you can. And then reach overhead. Breathe. Give me a little mini back bend. Just the hips forward, hips back. Breathe out. Come all the way down and roll to the ground. Come down onto the tippy toes. Bend the knees. And then come forward. And we're going to do a little bit of up dog or cobra, all right? But first, let's just do a little bit of a rocking frog. Open the knees wider than hip width. And open and bring your feet together. Don't go like that. All right, so you have a tilt, a pelvic tilt. So this would be cow, if we were doing cat-cow. We're doing modified cat-cow frog combo. Now round up like a black cat. It comes from the lower back first, and then tuck your chin. And then tilt and breathe, nice stretch. What's hurting you?
Nothing.
Come forward over your wrists, there, and tuck. It's odd looking, but I think it kind of gets into the hips pretty good. Breathe, tuck. Tilt. Okay, now open the feet a little bit wider, not as wide as you want to go. Come to the tippy toes and get your heels up. Good. Now tuck. And tilt. And breathe. Really tilt. Weird as it looks, it should feel kind of good. Where do you feel it? Do you even feel it? Breathe. Can you feel it?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, nice, good. All right, fine. We don't feel that, no. All right, that it's actually just loosening. Now, push your butt back in a tilt. And then come forward in a tilt, but let the feet come with you. Keep your hip in a tilt. Lift to the sky. And come back. Breathe. Go as deep as you can. Get the feet open. Play with the positions of your feet. Nice. Come on your tippy toes. Don't rotate. I want yours a little bit more there. Good. Now come forward and let the hips come up. Him, yeah. You're okay. He just has a traditional this. He can do this like nothing.
I can't.
But he is, so then you go. Me too, I'm tight. Breathe, nice, good. One more, breathe it out. And then in, come back. Yeah, good, nice. So now from here, take your right hand and come through, like thread the needle. Let your knees open as wide as they want. And twist from the hip and look up. I just got the best stretch in my back, my spine aligned. And then come back and breathe. Go the other way, open. Nice. And then good. Oh, good, awesome. So come onto the tippy toes, bring the knees in. Now we're going to come forward. We're going to keep our feet up. We're going to pretend that we bring our head to our heels. but we're not gonna. Now drop the feet back and come back to child pose. Breathe out. So that wide one kind of is just kind of identify where are you tighter? Is it tighter with narrow hips? Is it tighter with longer hips? Where do you feel it while we're doing this? Get the shoulders away from your neck. It's back and it's down. The hips can be on the ground. It's not a push-up, it's a stretch. We brought our knees closer a while ago. Sorry. And breathe it out. Good. Breathe nice.
Oh, yeah,
and then forward and come up.
worse.
Yes.
Way lower.
Yep. Now, bring your feet up and pretend you're going to bring your head to your feet. It doesn't really happen, although unless you're like a yogi person. And then breathe and drop them down. And then now come onto the forearms and come up. And you know that little side hip we do sitting down?
Like open
I want you to open the hips to the right. Drop the left foot and the right. And then switch the other way. Keep this straight. And breathe out. One.
like
Breathe.
Drop our other
You can drop all the way and brought that down into the ground if you can. No problem for you. Do you do this?
Yeah,
No,
I
it's
can't.
like this.
That I like that out.
Can't do it.
Okay.
do
I can do this one down, but the one out. Now open both the feet. Pretend they're gonna drop open. Feel it wicked in my glute. Let them drop, and then bring them together and bring the heel to the butt. One, and then open and heel. Can you feel that kind of deep in the glute? Can you feel right there? It's like my piriformis.
Feel it
Like in the-
right in.
All right, good. Then it's your hip
What?
flexor.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
All
I feel
right,
it in
so
the front.
funny.
I'm supposed
Mine
to
is
feel
my
in my
glute.
ass?
No, you're not supposed to feel anything. That's the part about this. You're gonna feel it where you're tight. Breathe. Two. Just open. Now close. Open. Make an X. And open and make an X. And breathe and come down.
Yeah, it hurts when I open.
And then come up onto here. Okay? So take your right leg straight behind you and get your body balanced. And take your left arm out. And I want you to lift that leg up so it's in line with your spine. And breathe. Lower it. You're too high. Down. There. Good. Breathe. Now I want you elbow to knee and come out. It's 1 and 2. And breathe. 3, 4. Breathe out, breathe in. And then on 5, I want you to stay and I want you to lift and lower. And lift and lower. 3 and 4 and 5. And then I want you to take this leg through like pigeon. All right? And just, I want you to rock forward and back to the glute and forward and back and forward and back and find it. Find a spot that's tight. Feel it? Yep. Nice. Good. Breathe. Good. Now come back to a plank and then step down on the knees. And now we're going to switch right to the other side. Only we're going to bring the leg and the arm up at the same time. So it's bird dog. Breathe. Find that. Make sure that you're balancing. The wrist is under the shoulder. It's not too far forward. It's in your back. Make sure that hip isn't rotating up. Drop it down. And breathe. Get that arm by your ear if you can. I'm going to hold for a sec. 3, 2, 1. Now, if this is comfortable and easy and you feel this alignment, crunch and come out. When I'm crunching, I'm really not changing my back. And I'm not changing my pelvis. I'm bringing the knee. It's a back strengthener. I want your spine aligned. Breathe and hold. Get that bicep up by your ear and lift and just settle lower. 2 and 3. Breathe out, breathe in. 4, 5. Nice. And then come through in one sweeping move if you can. And drop and bring your body forward and back. Like a little mini push-up maybe. You feel that in that front piriformis. Get that back leg extended at full extension when you push forward. Back, breathe. 2, 1, and breathe. Good. And come back. And then come up. Good morning, Rooster. Huh?
I didn't think I was in it.
Oh, you're in it. He's not in it. I want him to be in it so he could see, but it's sorry. We're missing you right now.
I can swim.
How'd the bird dog feel? And you don't feel it in your back at all? I wonder what's the matter with his back.
I don't know. I need you to fix Carl's back, though. Obviously,
It's fine now. It hasn't bothered you at all.
No,
Did you play this weekend?
no. All I did this weekend, I went for a run yesterday. And
Okay.
worked out yesterday.
Worked out? And what'd you do?
It was my day one, which is usually front squat.
Uh-huh.
But I still wanted to take an extra day for that, so I did goblet squats
Oh, good. Better.
instead of the front squat.
Yep. All right, so come like this. Push back. Bring your hands. Straighten, nose to the knee. Come back down on the knees and come up and do this. Breathe. So it's down, grab, straighten, mobility squat all the way to the ground, knees to the ground, come back and reach. It's camel. Breathe. You can do one side. Get to neck connected. God bless you. Hip way forward and breathe and switch. Nice. So those hips are forward, shoulders are squared. Reach for the right, reach for the left, and then be able to do it without rotating the torso. This is tight. It's a good quad stretch, hip flexor stretch. And then come back. If you can roll to the back without holding on, and then you get here, big toe grab, straighten your leg, breathe, nose to the knee, elbows to the shins, come back down to that squat. How you doing? And then drop
What is this again? I keep
up,
forgetting.
and then reach, and reach, and both. All right, good. Now come open to the side. So we're going to do a little bit of a side plank. All of a sudden I'm itchy. Okay. So remember in side plank, hip forward. Can't break. I feel that right away right here in my glute. And you're going to go sideways and you're going to come up to side plank. Breathe. Now get the hip forward, point the toe. Bring this arm down and along. Reach, hold, and stretch. So now crunch. When you crunch, you're going to bend a little bit. But when you extend, get that full extension. We're going to do 5. Breathe. 4. Open. 3. Flex and point. Change it. And 2. Have you been doing these? You're much better. At 1. Here. Nice. Now make a circle forward. 4. 3. Flex and point. Now make a circle backwards. And 2. And 1, and drop the foot and extend the other foot and hold. Open that hip. Breathe. And then come forward to regular plank and go the other way. Side plank, stagger the feet. Hold. 1 and 2 and breathe and switch. So now drop the bottom knee. Get that hip forward. Arm above and bring the bicep to the face. Get that bottom shoulder arm right under the shoulder and switch the hip up. Breathe. And then make a circle, point and flex forward. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And reverse it. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then elbow to the knee. It's 1. Crunches and 2. And breathe. 3, 4. Brendan, when I'm done, I want you to stay there, and I just want to come around to you and see how you're at. Pretty good. Nice. And breathe. Good. Now come to the knees and breathe. Good. Come up and come back. So let's get up without hands. Reach and extend. Come down and reach. And back. Perfect, good. So now come out, front foot. It's itching as heck. I'm sorry, something's itching the bejeepers out of me.
That was my leg last night.
Pardon me?
That was my leg last night.
Yeah, all of a sudden. All right, so it's hip forward. Drop it, get on that tippy toe. Pretty good. and then it's hip back. Let's do this a couple times. Loosen. 1, flat back.
What?
When you go back, I don't want you to drop back. I want
That
your
was
hip,
an accident.
and then I want you to bring your torso to the front leg. I want to get the upper hamstring right here, and breathe. It's 1 and 2, and come up and breathe it out. And 1 more straight on, huh?
So what are you laughing at?
Yeah,
Why?
just, I can. Go do it again, breathe. And then come forward, nice. Get those arms straight, palms in, good. Now come back, bring the hands down. Get that leg at full extension, flat back. If you can't, come above. Adjust this to get that leg straight, nice. And breathe. Now when we come forward, we're going to rotate towards the front foot. And when we go back, we're going to rotate away. It might change it, okay? It's forward. And don't drop down low, just come up. It's forward and away. And forward. You can reach back. You can pretend you're reaching for the toe, right? And then come like this and away. The next one, we're going to go back. We're going to stay towards the front foot. Other hand. And then we're going to rotate away. Just changes it a little bit. Towards and away. This kind of goes to the outer hamstring and away. Front. You can make it fast. Reach. Spear. Open. Good. Ooh, come back. Get a little bit of a pull. A little bit of a pull. See it? Just a little bit of a tweak. You can just get a little deeper. Nice. Come in. Breathe it. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now come up and come out. Breathe. Ah! It's hard. It's a good hip flexor work. Come to the side and do a side. Breathe. So 1, 2. Getting in this groin. Hip forward. Like nothing. Now come back. Extend. Open. Reach. Breathe. And here. Back. Breathe it out. I think we're going to remember all this for the other side. Can you feel any of this?
Yeah, I do.
This is a good little loosener for you. Breathe. It's so much better on that. Try and get this shoulder rotate there and just see if that's anything nice. Good. Whew. Good. Come up this side. So first, just a regular forward. So here, square the shoulders off, hips to the front and reach. Fingertips straight and breathe and come back to where you can comfortably go without being too mouthy. Flex your foot, point it and flex it. Good. Go forward, breathe it out, look up, lift from the spine. Now come back and go where you can comfortably, where you can get to full extension. Breathe, reach. Up and back. Are you getting itchy too?
No, I
My
just had
foot.
to do it.
Oh, at least it's not an ant. 3. And go as far as you can. It's either above the knee, below the knee, on the foot, or either side of the foot, as long as you can maintain the length in that spine. And then back. Breathe. I think this is 4. If you've been on the tippy toe, come to the top of the foot and the back now, just for a 1 or 2, because we're going to come up to a rotation next. That's a 5. So when we extend, we're going to rotate towards that foot. 1. And go to where you can to get it full extension. And then now rotate away from the front. Rotate towards. Breathe. And away. And forward. Breathe. This time, don't go to the ground. Just rotate away and toward it. And away. And toward it. Now stay towards, because now you're going to go and bend And then extend away and towards and away and then toward it and away and toward and away. And then this time you can come down to the ground and then away from the ground and just see if that changes the stretch. I think it does. It gets a little deeper into my groin. One more and breathe. Open. Good. Now come back. Ready? So come up. Breathe. 3. That's pretty cool that you can do that like nothing. Breathe.
This side is better than the other.
Yes. 1. So here, now, since you can, extend. So we're going to challenge you. I'm not, but once you get to this, oh, nice. And then open. But that's a good in, open, in, open. Nothing for you. Nice, good. So that out for you is good. It's the frontal movement for you, right? So, here, side, go back, in front, and back, and down to the ground if you can in the front, and back, and flex this time the front foot when you go back. So you're crouching a little bit, keep that hip forward, and do it. One more, hip to me, more. See, that's your impingement, nice. Always go to where it's the hardest, not the easiest. We'll tend to go to the easiest there, good. Perfect, good, nice. Then again, what are we gonna do next? We're gonna come here, come back, hands to the ground, straighten, come back down, breathe, and reach. Nice.